Thanks for tuning in, guys. I see people coming on in. So welcome back to the podcast. And you're listening to the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. And today I got my homegirl, Adina Sutton. Say hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. So tonight we're talking about being a mompreneur, right?
I would say mompreneur. Some people say montrepreneur.
I like mompreneur, and mompreneur is too much. It's hard to say. So mompreneur.
Yeah, mompreneur.
Yeah.
Yes.
A wife, a mother.
Yes.
You wear many hats.
Yes.
So let's get into it first. Tell my viewers a little bit about yourself and what do you do?
Okay, like she said, my name is Adina Sutton. I also go by Adina Did a Studio.
Yes, hello.
So for the most part, I'm a hairstylist. At least that's what I thought I just was.
That hair is pop, girl.
It's natural. It's natural.
Oh my God.
So I'm trying to keep the sweat down to a bit. You know what I mean? Make sure I don't sweat.
That hair is popping.
Yeah, it's gonna get big as the time
goes. That's alright. But we know right now it's
Yeah. This is all natural. So I am your diverse hair care expert.
Wait, can I touch you?
Yeah, girl. Put it in there. Touch your roots, girl. This is actually a keratin treatment. So with the keratin treatment, I'm still able to have my big curls. My curls are a lot more defined. They're more controlled, yes. And then I get to wear my relaxed look. You know what I mean?
It's cute. Yeah. And wait, let me get into the color a little bit. Is that a rinse or is it actual color?
No, this is an actual color. I did a two-step. I did it myself. I'm that stylist because I'm super picky. I'm super picky. I don't want to give nobody the headache. So it's just like a two-tone process. On the top I lightened it and then put a nice red mixture. I can't give y'all my secret because I like to blend out my colors. Yep. And then just have like a nice darker reddish brown at the bottom.
Yes, I look guys. If you can see it in person, my hair is popping.
Listen. Yeah, this is dream hair, and I was a creamy crack baby, so like that transition of going from relaxed to natural, I never thought that I was gonna be that girl at all.
Definitely not the only one, because I was like, soon as some roots start coming in, it's like I need a touch up.
I need a touch up.
Like I can't do it right.
Yes, like you need to smooth it out. I didn't even know that I had the beautiful curls that I had.
Me either.
Yeah.
But you know, society had us believing that straight perm was everything. So that's what we did until we got woke.
Until we woke up.
So we got woke. We woke now. But you know that natural hair is popping, and you know, just when you wear it right, you can kill it.
Exactly. And the thing about natural hair is there's all different kind of natural girls, women out there. I have not gotten to that point where I could truly embrace my fro and just wear a big, like, I hadn't really gotten there. Like, when I see that it's pretty, it's pretty, but it doesn't make me feel beautiful. This makes me feel beautiful.
Really?
You know? So, I mean, I'll switch it up. I'll still wear my curls and everything like that, but I like the fact that I can have a choice. Whether to wear curls and rock my curls or to wear more of like a smooth curl look.
Nice.
So, yes.
So you know, when we got into hair, you were supposed to be telling me a little bit about yourself. You had to go with that pop flow, and I was like, wait, hold on, what's that? Okay, go ahead. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you do?
Yes, so as a hairstylist, I have Adina Did a Studios. I'm located inside of the Catalyst Salon, owned by my girl Jenna. You guys have to come and check us out because we do not only do hair, but we do lashes, tanning, and waxing. And when I tell you that I work with a group of amazing, educated women, it's so powerful. We're breaking a lot of not statistics, but the way that people think business is supposed to be, or the way that you're supposed to do whatever you're doing. We kind of break the mold, and we really educate our clients. Especially like the color thing. So there are black girls that don't think that they can get a tan, and black girls get a tan.
Really?
Yes, black girls out there getting tans.
You mean light skin black?
No, girl. That part, right? Because I was like, wait, time out. What? So So yes, black girls get tans and guys as well because it evens out their complexion. So like if you are if you go to the gym, or if you're into like different challenges that gyms will have and you have to take before and after pictures, having a tan can really like show off your abs, show off different things, even out your skin complexion, right? That part. So
never thought about
my girl
that.
Jenna, she really like just educates on how like tanning is just not for light skin or lighter skin. It's for everybody. Yes, and that goes hand in hand with me as a stylist. I touch base a lot on products and how you have people that think there are black products or white products, and there is no such thing. Listen, society got y'all all messed up. The marketing game is on fleek because it's working, right? They put your face or a face that looks like your face on a bottle, and you're going in and you're buying it, right? But guess what? Your curly hair and my curly hair might need two different things. So you might need a moisturizing product, and I might need a product to take the oil away because my hair is just way too greasy, right? But we both have curly hair. But society has us thinking that we need to look in what looks like us and just go with that. And the honest truth is, professional products, they really don't have faces on their products. And there's a reason, because they're speaking to taking care of what it is that your hair needs or your skin needs, and not the fact that you're a black person, white person, Asian person, Hispanic person. You know, so we're at a place where it's all about beauty, but it's all about educating and empowering women as well. So as a hairstylist, like I always knew that I was going to be a hairstylist. My mom was a stylist. My aunt is still a stylist. I'm originally from Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn. Shameless when you step up to the old dirty bastard.
So I always knew that I wanted to be a hairstylist. But for me, it was really important to learn how to do everybody's hair. Right.
And that is very important because you have a lot of people that only knows how to do one type of hair. Even when it comes to barbering, you have guys that just specialize in cutting, you know, African American people hair. You got barbers that specialize in cutting white people hair. So it is good to be versatile and be able to work with any type of texture here, because you know that's the good one.
And there was two reasons why that was really important for me as a young hairstylist. One was I wanted to give myself all the opportunity I can. So that means that no matter who comes my way, I could be able to service them. And then once, you know, and then once I got in the salon, I seen how people would come to the salon and they would tell me about their experience before I got to the salon, of how people didn't do their hair. People couldn't do their kind of hair. You know, like, what? Like, hair is hair. So it even touched me more to know that no matter who walks in that door, you're gonna get service, and you're not gonna feel like you're out of place. So that was a really important reason for me to be diverse. And then I said to myself, if for any reason I gotta move out of this country and seeing how things been lining up,
you can still make that go anywhere you go.
Exactly. No matter where I am, I can still make that
go.
Exactly. And I do men's haircuts. I do women. I do children. I specialize in healthy hair first. I'm all about healthy hair. I would rather turn away money than to damage somebody's hair. Integrity is really important to me. So healthy hair, extensions. I love doing extensions.
Do you do wigs?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't necessarily make wigs. That's not necessarily my specialty. Can I do it? Yes. Can I install them? Absolutely. But I really love educating people on like the options of extensions out there. I do a lot of tape and extensions, and a lot of people have never heard of tape and extensions.
What is that?
Yeah, so they are a seamless, braidless extension. They're probably about this wide, a little bit more than an inch. And two pieces make one. So both of them have tape on the top piece of them, and it's like a medical grade tape, and you're able to part the hair out, put one underneath, put one on top, smush it together, and it's in there. Yeah, and it's in there. So
where do you get the tape here from? Or do you put the tape on?
No. This is tape-ins are made exactly the way that they sound. They already come with the tape on there. They go in the hair. They stay in the hair about 6 weeks, and it grows out with the hair just like how your color would or your braids would, right? So then you would use a solution to open up. It's very, very easy. Use a solution to open the tape up. You put new tape on there, and then you reinstall it back into the hair after you wash it.
Never heard of tape. Tape-ins. Never heard of it.
And it's so healthy. It's so healthy for the hair.
Wow.
Because I had a lot of clients who had healthy. Yes. So that's one thing too. When it comes to when I come across new things, I gotta use it. I gotta either use it on myself or use it on my clients so that I can be transparent when talking about it.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna. I'm not about BSing people.
Right.
This is it. It's either for you or not for you. Right. And I try to make my clients feel very, very comfortable. You're paying for a service, so yes. You need me to help give you this service that you're looking for. You might not know how to do it, but it takes a team. So it's really important for my clients to feel super comfortable, and so comfortable that they need to be able to tell me that they don't like it.
Absolutely.
And as an expert, I feel like it should be okay, no problem. Let's go ahead and switch it up or do whatever it is that you want. But if I'm giving you a thorough consultation, it kind of skips over, not being on the same page, and that's really, really important to me as a stylist as well. So, that's Adina's
right. That's just one thing, guys. And the passion behind that's just one of the things that she dabbles in.
Yes.
I mean, since you opened up with that, we're gonna leave and move on towards the other stuff.
Yes.
But before we go on any further, how did you and I connect? I like to ask this question. Because I've been connecting with so many great people over the past year. Right. So how did we connect?
We connect because we were at Build a Brand. Build a Brand with Dr. Lakeisha Ross.
Shout out to Miss Dr. Ross.
She get all of our life in order.
Absolutely, the brandologist. If you're trying to brand your business, if you're trying to get your business off the ground and you need that brand doctor, hit up Dr. Lakeisha Ross on Facebook.
Yes, and she is truly a doctor because not only does she help get your brand right, but she kind of gets your life right real quick
get
too.
That life together, get it.
She don't play no games.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so I attended the workshop, and you were there working, getting your work on, and getting your learn on all at the same time. Yes, I love it. And that's how we crossed paths. So, and I feel like we started having a conversation, and we just vibed. Yeah.
So I like to give my rendition of the connection. So as she stated, we met at Dr. Lakeisha Ross's event, Build the Brand. And I was doing the photography for the event, getting pictures of her teaching her class and video and so on and so forth. And I was learning and doing the videography, and I just felt like she was so dope. I had to take the headshots, and she came through. That she was ready, and I was like, okay, all right, I see you. And she doing her headshots, and we was having a whole
little photo shoot.
I was like, okay, I like this. Go ahead, let me get some more shots. It was like a practice and headshots at the same time. But I loved your vibe. You were super sweet, bubbly, energetic, and just I just loved it. It was just like a nice connection. See the camera trying to act up. It didn't act up. So I got this one going on over here.
Perfect.
Hopefully we just move this over a little bit. The iPad, just a little bit, because that one done. Guys, my camera done died on me. My camera done died. I was trying to save it, but that's neither here nor there. It's gone.
But the enemy is always trying to jack things up when you got this stuff happening.
Before we could even get there, this morning just started off bad.
Wow.
The baby's sick. Woke up this morning sick. Started a new job last week. So Wednesday, today makes my, first week. And I'm like, no, they play too much. So, got up this morning, started my car, got something to eat, car working fine. Go out to the car, battery dead.
Oh my
I'm like, wait, I just started the car, you know, so I got to work 6 minutes late, messed up my whole vibe because, you know, I just started, you know. And then I come home to get my life together for the podcast and my camera not working. So it's just been a whole, and I'm just trying, the devil's been working.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're still going.
We're still going.
Yes.
We still moving.
Yes.
I've been through so much these past few months, but
Yes.
the one thing I have been trying to do is remain consistent.
Absolutely.
And the devil, he's just trying
He's
to get
trying,
to
girl,
me.
but he can't do it.
So
we're doing this
right. We're doing it. So bump the camera.
Yes.
We'll work it out later. But anyway,
Yes.
I loved your vibe. You were so bubbly. You were friendly. And you were ready to learn. You know, you were eager to learn. Like, I just love that. And I'm eager to learn too. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of like we vibed. And then later on down the line, we talked. And your family is from Jamaica.
Yes.
Which I'm from Jamaica. Well, my family's from Jamaica too.
Right.
So
I'm the first American generation.
Oh, you are? I think I am too.
Yeah.
I'm actually the first American generation too.
So don't do it, Trump.
Right.
Don't try us. Don't try.
He's trying everybody
We
out here.
are from America, boo.
Oh
my gosh, yeah.
But yeah, so that's how we connect. And from there, I tell everybody about my podcast. I'm always looking for new guests.
Yes.
So I told you about the podcast, and we finally had the opportunity for you to come on. So thank you for blessing my show. I do appreciate it.
You've been rocking it out.
I'm trying. Thank you. Yes. So in your bio, I have everybody send me a little bio. You talked a little bit about dancing. Mm-hmm. So along with being a hairstylist, you are a dancer.
I am.
So let me know a little bit on how dancing shaped your life.
Oh my gosh. So like you mentioned, I come from a Jamaican family. So my grandfather was a DJ. He was a really big DJ in Brooklyn, and we were blessed to have lived in a house where we had a basement. So they always had basement parties going on.
Yes, we already know about the basement parties. Yes.
So music was just always a part of my life. Mm-hmm. Always. I mean, I was a dancer from a little girl. Like, that was my love. I just loved doing it. As I got a little older and really starting to learn about God and building my relationship with Him, I figured out that I could praise dance. Mm-hmm. And, God is so amazing, because with my mom being a single mom, mm-hmm. I couldn't really do, dance classes and certain things that I would have loved to do to build my technical skills, but it was a gift, it was a talent that God had placed in me. And as I would just watch and see different people dance and do different things, I could just kind of learn by watching it. So dancing started to become therapy for me. It started to become like a healing process for me. And God showed me that I was able to bless people by dancing. Mm-hmm. And that just kind of took my love for it to a whole different level. Absolutely. So throughout my life, I had choreographed for local artists. Shout out to Malika, my girl Malika. We've opened up for some really big artists, and she has given me a lot of opportunities. I've been able to travel all over and dance, and so it's been so awesome. However, when it came time for me to go to beauty school, it was like, okay, I had to make a choice. Do I want to put everything into dancing and understand that I'm not going to really make a lot of money when I start? I'm really going to have to get my hustle on and everything like that until I can start making some money? Mm-hmm. Or if I was going to go full on being a hairstylist. So it was like plan A, plan B, and deciding which one needed to be A, which one needed to be B. So I decided to go with hairstyling, and then just had like dancing as a hobby, or just this other love that I would attend to when I could. But it's been so amazing because God truly makes room for your gifts. And so as time went on, and as I started, say for example, Flavor Productions had gave me the opportunity to do hair for them backstage at their big Fashion Mania, and once she knew that I could dance, she then gave me that opportunity to dance. So it was so cool because I would be able to be part of shows and be backstage and be on the stage.
Oh, that must be everything.
Oh my gosh, like that feeling is just like no other. And it's crazy because I was always a super shy little girl, so dancing was like how I expressed myself as well. So it's just been so amazing because then I had a daughter, and naturally I'm animated, so like with her, you know, I was always like moving and dancing and things like that, and now she's 7 years old and she's on the dance team doing her thing, and she dances too. We've danced together.
Yes,
so
I seen the mommy duet.
Mommy daughter duet.
Yeah, mommy daughter duet.
Yes, yes.
And you guys killed it. I was like, wow.
Yes. So, you know, it has just been so amazing to be able to give her the things that I wasn't able to have.
Yes.
And to be side by side with her, and for our bond to build in a relationship with my daughter, because she likes doing the things that I like to do. So dancing had then opened up a door for me to start modeling, which was super crazy.
I was gonna get into that.
Because I was like, I guess I'll give it a try and see what happens. But I went on that runway and I played it. I was like, okay, I can do this.
I saw the video you put up the other day where you were just, I don't know, it was impromptu. Modeling. Like, I was like, all right, girl, come through with the star in the back. What studio was that?
Okay, so that was at Dream City. It's a church on the west side of town. That was, I'm a judge. I was judging a casting call. So that was me just showing the models how to do a straight walk and how to do open work. So, and then I thought it would just be good to share with the world because I don't really get to share just like
out here doing so many different things. I'll see a live of you killing the dance moves.
While I was waiting on my client.
Yes, I was like, girl, that's what I'm talking about right there. And the beauty of it is that you're able to really apply all these things to your life and just like really enjoy it. You know, you get to model, you get to dance, you get to do hair, and you just get to incorporate everything that you have a love for in your life. Like, I can't even imagine how amazing it feels to be doing hair for a big event, like doing it background hair, and then leaving that for a minute to go dance, just to go back. You know, like you're literally, it's like an extra double like high on life, you know. It's like I love doing hair, and I'm back here doing hair for a show, a fashion show, and then I'm dancing in the fashion show
and modeling in the fashion show.
Oh wow!
And part of the leadership team that helps like make sure everything goes together.
Girl, so I have an event that I was planning that I told you about that I just put on a pause, but I'm definitely gonna have you on that piano. I need the extra, you know, because it will be my first big event.
Right.
So I want someone that is very knowledgeable, which I have a lot of people on the panel that are also not. Everybody brings their different things or whatever. So what you have to offer, honey, I will take it.
Yes.
Just a quick break, real quick, Tali, is there any questions? Okay, just want to make sure that we don't have any questions going on there. So, I mean, and so we talked about some of my questions already. So
I'm sorry.
Let me see here.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if we went deep into it, but I did want to know how was being raised in a Jamaican household influence your life or your passion for dance? You started to touch base on it.
We could go a couple different places with that question. So the first part, let's just about being in a Jamaican household before we even go farther, right? So, even though I was born in Brooklyn, we moved to Oviedo. I don't know if you're familiar with Oviedo. Oviedo is UCF area.
Oh, you talking about here in Florida?
Here in Florida.
I was about to say, wait, they got an Oviedo in New York? I was going to say, they got an Oviedo in New York? Okay, Oviedo,
here in Florida.
Okay.
So we moved here when I was like 5 years old.
Okay.
We moved to Oviedo. And at the time, Oviedo was like super country, like country to a whole nother level. So my outside of my home life, I was a minority. At school, in my classroom, I was usually like the only black girl, a couple black girls, only black kid, the one out of the two, you know. So that was my life outside of my home. And lived in a pretty good community, I would say. I mean, it probably from the outside looked like we were pretty wealthy. But the struggle was real.
Absolutely. But we know how to make that look good.
Girl,
we know how to make it look good.
Girl, I'm telling you. So in our household, because my mom was a single mom, my grandfather had lived with us too. So in our home, we had a whole music room where a lot of different celebrities and Jamaican artists that my grandfather had, DJ'd with and worked with, and then my mom was putting on different events in the Jamaican community. So, the different people that they would meet and work with would be pictures all over the wall, and then he would have his whole DJ system, sound, everything like set up big speakers, you know what I mean? So like inside of our home was kind of like if we were back at home in New York. Right. My mom, like I said, is an immigrant. So what was interesting is the lack of American history and American things that I learned in my home. And the music just really played a role because, my grandfather being my grandfather, that means that I was listening to music that was playing old.
Remember the songs used to make you rock away. Those were the days. Yeah. I know that. They don't know about that. They don't know about that. They don't know nothing about that. It's so that was music.
I'm telling you, and it was therapy. And when you're young, for me, when I was younger, it was all about the beat.
Right. Yes.
It was all about the beat. It was all about the vibe. But as I got older and as I start experiencing life, it truly became about both the lyrics and the beat. And the lyrics just
when it touch you right here, damn.
What?
And man, I know, girl, because again, I grew up in a Jamaican household, and listen, I wouldn't, them basement parties, they were the best.
They really were.
They were the best. I loved growing up in a Jamaican household.
Yes, me too.
And then not only that, my stepfather side of family, big up to the Wilkes.
Hey.
They are such a tight-knit family. Mm-hmm. So we used to have so many different events, gatherings, any little thing we could use to come together and just have a good time. And then we just have the music, and then when the dominoes,
booty,
everything,
the food.
Oh,
I think the food growing up in the gym, oxtails,
rice and peas,
curry goat,
curry chicken, manishwaka,
escovitch fish,
girl,
dumplings,
girl.
We can keep on going.
Y'all know about, but just growing up in a Caribbean household is just the best.
It was
the best because, I shot him out yesterday. Major Hype showed there's so much diversity in being in a, Caribbean home. It's so much diversity. It's so much laughter. It's so much fun.
It's so much laughter.
Yes.
Oh,
and then
my God.
The parents, how they are, the mothers, how they raise you, how they care for you, how they don't care for you.
All at the same
time. I was telling Talina the other day, before I had my braces, I'm about to get them all. My teeth was messed up. My mom used to come through with your Antiox teeth.
Yeah, I was called pudding pun face. They do, but let me tell you, let somebody mess with you. Let somebody mess with you, and you see that switch real quick. Yeah, my mom, she played no games. None at all. She still don't play no games now to this day. Let me call her and tell her to pull up.
Girl, she be ready.
She ready.
That's why mom
ready. Hey.
Always
exactly.
Ready.
Yes.
Yes, girl. So yeah, growing up in a Jamaican home was definitely wonderful. So you just talking about your grandfather and how it is. I can just see it. I envision it. I can feel it. You know, and it's nothing like that.
Yeah, and the music is so great because even when you listen to it right now, it can take you back to those times. I was listening to like a more sadder Jamaican song, "Serious Times" by Egyptian, and it's so crazy because for a sad song, it made me feel so good, ready to like conquer the world. Like serious times or not, we making it happen.
Yep, absolutely, yes, girl. Girl, we talk about everything. Girl, I don't even need to damn card today. Like, you just going into all my questions.
Yes.
But as we talked about dancing, and you got a little bit into when you are dancing with your daughter. Talk about that some more. How does that make you feel that you're able to be on that share that stage with her?
You know, it's crazy because she is everything that I wasn't and everything that I wanted to be, right? And so I'm gonna go all over the place like how I do. So for me growing up, like I hated being dark skinned.
Absolutely.
My mom is light skinned.
At that time it was, especially dark skin wasn't in.
Yep. My mom was is light skinned, my sister is light skinned, my cousins are light skinned. You know, it was. And so for me, like, I didn't really like being dark skinned. Like, I wanted to be light skinned. I hated my forehead. Like, I thought I looked like a little boy. Like, all these different things. I was super shy. I was super timid. I couldn't really express myself, like, as far as, like, communicating goes. And God decides to bless me with this little light-skinned little girl with all the life. She's so outspoken. She's so full of life, and it was interesting at first because growing up in a Jamaican household, you don't ask no questions. Your parents tell you to do something, you do it. You don't even say no. You don't ask why. None of that. Your mouth is shut. Kids need to be seen, not heard.
Absolutely.
All of those different kind of things. However, I feel like some of those things turned me into being a super private person where it was really hard for me to even express myself to my mom. And so with that, as I saw her, voicing herself and things like that, like I really had to change my mindset and my thought process and really like allow her to be her. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to educate her and I'm just going to try to guide this thing. So like I said, from she was like 2 years old, she would come to my shows. She would see me modeling. She would see me dancing. So, she wanted to, I decided to put her in a little fashion show. Like, hey, let me see what she's going to do. At 2 years old, she like slayed it. She killed it. So I was like, okay, cool. 3 years old came around, and she was like learning little dances from like our little cousins and stuff. So once I saw that she was like picking up little 8 counts, little routines here and there, I'm like, let's see if we could do a whole routine. So working with Flavor Productions, they are an organization that help people reach their divine destiny. So I say like they're like the middle people to like your success, and gives you the platform. So I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna try to do a mommy-daughter duo. We were doing our Fashion Manias in Atlanta. It was like 3-day weekend kind of thing, right? And so I taught her the routine. Our first routine was Beyonce, Who Run the World. Hey, who run the world? And so for me, it was a little difficult because I call it like dumbing down my moves. Like I had to simplify everything. And like that was very difficult, but we did it and it was tough. Sometimes I would be like, girl, I'm done, go to bed. I'm finished, you know what I mean? And sometimes she's like, Mommy, I'm tired, I don't want to do this. But even in those moments, like she would go to bed and then we would go away and come back and continue on practicing. And it was amazing because when I would go to work and come home, when she came home from school, she was practicing and stuff. So the things that was difficult when we were practicing together, when we came back to practice, she had it down.
That's what I'm talking about.
And so it was like, okay, so at 3 years old, her and I performed on stage in front of maybe 150, 200 people, something like that. And she slayed it. I mean, she just killed it. And every year we just continue. And so because, like I said, she speaks her mind. She told me last year, she's like, Mommy, I think I'm ready for a little break from modeling. And so I said, okay, give her a little break. And then she got into an amazing, amazing dance team called Royalty Hip Hop. They are so awesome. Shout out to Alicia, a young entrepreneur, 22 years old. She started the dance company, and it's so amazing because yes, they focus on dance and competitions, but she also focuses on building the kids' digital platform. And the reason why that is so important is because if your kids are in entertainment, they need a digital platform. They need a resume. They need headshots. They need, reels of different things. So it's just been amazing. And it was a little hard transition giving somebody else my baby and knowing that somebody else was going to be teaching her. But even that has been a blessing because I still get to participate in that. She got to come home and practice. So I'm still at home practicing and helping her. So.
Okay, amazing. So again, we're talking about the many different hats, and you did touch base on how you got into modeling. Let me hear more about that.
Yes. So, like I was mentioning, I was working with Flavor Productions. This was probably going on the second show that I was participating, and I actually was pregnant at the time, and I was pregnant with my daughter. And they were doing a maternity scene, and so she asked me if I would want to do the maternity scene, and I'm like, sure, I'll give it a try. And big belly and all, I slayed it.
That's right.
Hello, I'm telling you. So it was crazy because that was honestly like the first time I walked the runway as I was pregnant with my daughter, who then got the opportunity to be part of this production as well. But when I think a little bit more, I want to say maybe I was in middle school, 6th grade, 7th grade. I went to John Casablanca.
Okay, I heard about that.
So that was probably like the very first time that I got introduced to modeling, but it didn't really go anywhere as far as like modeling wise, but that was like the first step of me building my confidence. Like that experience really got me out of my shell. Right. So even though I say sometimes like that didn't really do anything for me, like it actually did as far as character wise. Right.
And a lot of people that did the Casablanca, they do say as far as a character, that's how it has helped them, it shaped them. It might not have done anything as far as, okay, I'm not like a runway star model, but at the end of the day, it has shaped me. And that's how what I say for my daughter. She did competitive gymnastics for about 5-6 years in her life. She did gymnastics, and I feel like that was the best choice I made to have her in gymnastics. Or even she did dance, she did gymnastics, she did quite a few things, but it shaped her as a person. It made you understand what responsibility is, to prioritize, and make sure you get what you need to get done.
Absolutely.
And it gives you like that balance, between you're in the gym for hours, because she was in the gym, 15 hours a week, about 15 hours a week. About 15 to 20 hours a week, and she still is an A student, and that she's doing whatever activities she's doing at school. So definitely those extracurricular activities, even if people feel like, wow, where's my money? Because I almost felt like that a little bit.
Of course.
She had to stop. Because she had some foot issues. But at the end of the day, it gave her something greater. Which was, she is such a hard worker. And she's very, just everything that I'm not, like you said. Like you said. So, you got to give it up to these extracurricular activities. Now, one thing that I see you do, another hat I see you wear is you are a part of a radio station show. Tell me more, because I'm trying to get into radio.
Yes.
What's up with that?
So once again, I have to give my thanks and appreciation to Flavor Productions, because that was another opportunity that I got through them as well. So shout out to Keisha Rivers. She's the visionary behind Flavor. Yes. And she's just so amazing, because she has a hell of a story where you're like, how are you still here? How are you still moving forward? And mixed in with that, she has given all of us this amazing platform. So one day she says, we're gonna do a kids radio show. Now she already had a couple of shows, Flavor Aid radio shows. So she already had a couple of shows, but none of them were kids shows. So she goes, okay, we're gonna start a kid radio show. And it's like, okay, cool. You know, I'm thinking I'm about to just play the parent role. You know what I'm saying? Have my daughter do it. I have a son, by the way. We haven't really got everybody into that yet. We're gonna get in there. But he wasn't really into any of this. So, you know, once again with my daughter, of course, she loves talking. So it was like, okay, perfect. So, the first person to host the show, her name is Tammy Green. Shout out to Tammy Green, another amazing woman, a hell of a story. I don't even know how she's still walking, but she is, so thank you God for that. But she had hosted the first kids show, and when it came to the next month, Miss Keisha Rivers says, you were chosen to be the parent to host for this month. And I was like, okay. Okay, because I had learned really early with my first job and probably my second job that there are people that will see things in you and believe in you and see things that you don't even see. So by this point of me coming into Miss Keisha Rivers, I saw her vision, I saw her heart. So when she said, hey, I want you to do this, or can you do this, I trusted her. I jumped on it. Like, okay, cool. So that's where that trust that came into place. So so we did it. We had a blast. At that point, we probably had about 5 or 6 kids on there. Their ages probably ranged from, I want to say maybe like 4 or 5, with my daughter being the youngest, all the way up to maybe at that time it was like 12, something like that. And we did our first show, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It's on WOKB 1680, which is a Stellar Award-winning radio station.
Nice.
Okay, 2 times in a row. We are actually up for nomination this year. So as we will win this year, our kids will actually have the opportunity to receive the award. So we are looking to go to Las Vegas next month, so that the kids can accept.
I love it.
Yes, and these are kids, these are inner city kids. Some of these kids have single moms out there hustling their butt. Some of these kids are from Pine Hills. I mean, these are kids from all over the place, and we just thought that it was important for them to have a voice, for them to speak and to say what's on their mind. So when we have our show, we do not tell them what to say. We just tell them what the topic is going to be, and we just get started. So
wow. So what are the things that the kids showcase? Are they like showcasing anything in particular, or are you guys just speaking about everyday life and opportunities?
So the great thing about the kids that are on the radio show is that they are kids who are part of Flavor Production. So a lot of them are models as well. They model. Some of them act. Some of them are leaders at their school, captains of set teams. So when we're on the radio show, we aren't necessarily showcasing one thing. We do have different topics with every show, and it is really entertaining because we can start off by talking about Dr. Martin Luther King, and then next thing you know, we're talking about birds.
Okay. Nice.
Just like that.
So what night or when does the show air?
It's the first Sunday of every month at 6:00 p.m. WOKB 1680. That's in the Central Florida area. However, if you're not able to listen to the radio, then I usually go Facebook Live, Adina Sutton, so that people can see it. And people are absolutely in love. They're in love with the kids.
Nice. I love it.
Yes.
And it was one other thing. You had an event the other day.
Yes.
tell me more about the event. I wasn't able to go to that event, but I saw a lot on Facebook about it. So tell me more about that event that you had.
Okay, so being on the radio show with the kids one time, our topic was on business. And it was about like what kind of business would they have? How would they go about opening this business? So hearing their brains, like they had business plans. Some of them had like full business plans. Like they knew what they wanted to do, and it was unique. It was different. And so that really pushed me into understanding that we need a kid entrepreneur platform. There's no kid entrepreneur platforms. And what was happening was me and my fellow mompreneurs, whenever we got together, whenever we were doing business, our kids were usually in the room. You know what I mean? Like the kids was usually running around all crazy. And then when it was time for us to get to business, we were able to get to business. But we were able to see the difference between our kids and kids whose parents were not entrepreneurs. There was a difference. There was a difference in their language, how they spoke. So I started to do my research on kid entrepreneurship. We ended up having our children's business fair. It was at Audubon Park. It was in November, and it was absolutely amazing. We had 17 kid businesses there. 17.
What are some of the dope businesses? I know all of them probably were like
they were super dope.
But what were some of the? I just want to hear some of the ideas that these kids had.
So this actually, let me take it off and show you guys. But this is a bracelet. It says Adina, if you can see. But this is a bracelet that one of the, I call them business babies. But one of our kid vendors had made, and his name is Anais, and Anais Bracelet Shop. And so he made all type of bracelets out of rubber bands. And he actually did that at the event.
Wow.
He did that at the event. Like while he was there. So you had bracelets, you had hairstylists, you had a little girl that was actually doing braids, doing her hair services. She ended up booking a party at the event, right? She was also selling hair accessories as well. Some of the other businesses, one is called Left Hand Llama. At Catalyst Salon, we are actually hosting her products. She has a variety of products. She actually has an Etsy account, so that's Left-Handed Llama. You can look that up. And so what she had gave us to host was some like hair accessories and stuff. But she had all different kind of creations, like art stuff, like just all different kind of creations. You had a little girl who had she had took teapots and made plants in the teapots, and she had like little cute names, and they just had like their birthdays and all different kind of things. You had artwork made out of string. Like, I mean, it was amazing. Yeah.
And all these kids are from Central Florida.
Most of the kids were from the Central Florida area. We did have a kid all the way from Georgia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was all the way from Georgia. Her mom is a mompreneur. She is slaying it too. Shout out to Sierra Sade. And she actually had like a lot of different things. She made night lights. She had like these alien night lights. You know, like it was just so amazing to not only see how unique their ideas were, but they had packaging. Their products was looking like it was ready. It was ready to go into Target. Like it was ready to get picked up. So, you know, that was our first event, and really I was just trying to see what the demand would be like, you know, and even the day of the event, we still had applications coming in.
Wow, so when is the next one? Because I know with the turnout, the way it turned out, I'm sure you have one coming out.
Yes, we will have one coming out. We don't have the date yet, because we are actually going to be starting workshops. So let me back up a little bit. I had started the organization called I'm a Business Baby, which stands for Innovative Mothers Advanced Business Baby. And our mission is to help build everyday kids into business babies, aka kid entrepreneurs. So we're actually going to be giving workshops where we're actually teaching the kids how to become entrepreneurs, taking them from the first step all the way down to the last step, and then after that we would be having another children's business fair so that these new business babies can now be a part of the children's business fair. So we're hoping I would say maybe like September, October, we would have a children's business fair, and we're looking to start the workshops within the next couple of months.
Right, and you know I love posting and reposting when I see amazing things, so definitely when that start coming up, I'm going to go ahead and post so that other people in the area, they can come on and be a part of that, because that's amazing. And these kids out here are really doing it.
They are.
They're really creating and bringing it to the table. Dr. Lucretia Ross also had a similar event as well.
We were actually part of that event.
Yeah. You know what? The thing is, we actually met at that event. I don't know if you remember we did. I did photography at that event too.
We did. That's right. That's right. We did.
We met at that event, but we met, but we didn't formally.
We didn't get to formally meet.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why to me it's so important for us to come together as community leaders, because Lakeisha Ross, I mean, her idea and my idea was very similar. Our mission was the same thing, you know, giving kid entrepreneurs a platform. And so we decided to come together. So at her event, our kids radio show were vendors at her event. And then she actually came and was a judge at my event.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, and the winner of her Lakeisha Ross event was called, it was a Shark Tank. Shark Tank for young entrepreneurs. And so the winner of that event, her name is Michelle Welch. She was a judge at my event as well. So, you know, when we talk about collaboration over competition, I mean, that was it at its finest.
Absolutely. And then not only that, not only just that at its finest, it's also showing that just be pleasant, you know, be a beautiful soul, because you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who you're gonna interact with. Being like, oh, I'm it. You know, all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary. And look, we met at one event.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember you from that event. Now that I think about it,
I remember your shirt. You had Miss
Black
Wall Street.
Yes, I did.
Remember that.
And then but I didn't recognize you at the other event.
At the Build a Brand workshop.
I didn't recognize you at that event.
My hair was different. I'm definitely one of those girls where, like, when my hair is different, I look all kinds of different.
Really?
Yeah. I put my hair in a ponytail, I look like I'm 15, you know?
So, but I didn't want to get I should have done this in the beginning, but I want to hear your definition of a mompreneur and what does it mean to you, that term?
I would say mompreneur is a mother who is an entrepreneur. And as far as entrepreneur goes, I mean, that's you working for yourself, whatever that may look like. Mompreneurs, God does not give us more than we can bear. If we're gonna ride with it. So I would really say, like, just having faith is what allows me to balance all this, and my husband too. Shout out to my husband.
Yeah, I'm getting into that. That's right. We done talked about everything else. Right. So we're gonna get into the fact that you're a wife.
We'll get into that. We'll definitely get into that. But being a mompreneur means so much to me, because when I was working for the corporate salons, and I was doing the dang thing. I mean, our salons were doing very well. I had gotten to the point where they wanted me to run a whole nother salon, and like opportunities were coming, money was good, but I felt like I was missing out on my family. Like, I was missing out, and thank God that my husband is an amazing father, because, you know, he was doing different things with the kids, and they would take their pictures and send me their pictures. I'm missing out. And you know that guilty mom feeling that all of us have, like, just kind of going through that, and being at a place where, you know, with my mom being a single mom, like, there were a lot of things that she tried her best to be at and to put us in, but there was also a lot of things that she missed out on because she had to work and, you know, make sure we had a roof over our heads. So, you know, those things really sat with me, and I wanted to make sure that I could be an active parent in my kid's life, in my family's life, period. So I had went from corporate salon to a private salon. I was ready to get out of that corporate world. Went into the private salon, realized that I was able to run the salon better than the owner. So that really pushed me into booth renting as a hairstylist. And you know, a lot of people out there is like, you should have your own salon, you should have your own salon. And because I had experience managing salons and being the boss and all that kind of things, like I wanted to make sure that I can do what I gotta do, but then also spend time with my family. So booth renting was perfect for me because I pay my rent, I get to do what I want to do, how I want to do it. If there's a hole in the wall, that's not my problem.
Right.
Like I don't, you know, I don't have to be responsible over everything and everybody. And it just allowed me to do all these different, to have that flexibility and do all these different things. So being a mompreneur, I mean, I didn't know that this was who I was going to be, but you know, this is what
you're killing it, you're doing it. Let's get a little bit into you juggling all these things and being a wife and a mother of two, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Mother of two, and I got my bonus baby, so that's three. That's three babies we got together. I'm gonna be honest. My husband is so supportive. It is so amazing to have his true support. And there were times where there were like pushbacks, like I was gonna go do this or do that, and he's like, you're gonna go do this or do that or do this, and then it clicked for him, and I think he was starting to understand my purpose just as much as like I was understanding my purpose, and he like really got behind me, and I mean like full force behind me. Whatever you want to do, I got you. I mean, promoting me, you know, and sometimes it could get a little crazy, like with husbands talking to women out there, but he would be like, baby, this woman's about to call you, she want to get her hair done, you know. He would just be out there promoting me. Shout out to the real men out there. Hello. He would be out there promoting me so much. So honestly, like I don't know if I would be able to do this without him. I know that I could if I needed to, but having that real partnership, that understanding, having his support, that has really allowed me to like balance everything out, you know?
Absolutely.
And then just God, like just having faith and just trusting and believing, like I'm doing all of this to win.
Right.
You know, I feel like as a hairstylist and even as a dancer, like you can't do that forever.
Nope.
Like, you know, and for me, I've seen stylists that were slaying it, killing it, and just over time, you know, them having different health issues or just different things that just made them stop doing hair, but then they didn't know how to do anything else afterwards.
Right.
So they're in their 50s, they're in their 60s, they have nothing to fall back on. And for me, I'm like, you know what, God, you've given me all these gifts, like you gonna make something happen for me, you know? Like if something happens to my, like whatever, I can't do hair no more, whatever, I know that I've at least been able to experience all these different things, and they're all for a reason. So I know like the destiny is bright.
It's right here, girl.
Yes.
You are doing it out here in these streets. I love to see women out here just killing it.
Yes.
You know, and I know what's going on because I see it and I'm liking it. And I'm, you know, it's not everything I can go to or be a part of, but I'm definitely watching, just as people are watching me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're doing it
I'm
too.
trying,
girl.
I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely trying. But is there anything that we did not touch or talk about that you wanted to get out there that you need the world to know?
Oh my
Any opportunity, like anything?
I mean, of course, there's like tons of different like events going on. You got a model competition going on by Dream City right now. I'm talking about this because they're giving away $5,000.
Ooh, wait, how can I sign up?
And here's the thing, they're also giving training in the mix too.
Oh, wow.
So just from being at the casting call, there were people that had never walked before that was like killing it. You know, so if you're interested in that, you could definitely DM me, hit me up in my inbox. That's something that's really big that's going on right now. I just did, do you know Courtney's show?
No, that name does not ring a bell.
Oh my God. Courtney Shaw. She's so amazing. But we partnered with her, so I'm part of her glam squad. She was Miss Florida. She was Miss Florida 2014-2015.
Okay.
She also hosts the Women on the Vines groups.
Okay,
she hosts a lot of their stuff.
Okay.
But
I know
she
that
has
group.
a song, yes. But she has a show called Authentic Living, and I was on that show. Catalyst, the host mom, was on that show. So you guys got to tune into that too, because we're really talking about business and business and beauty. So like that's been such an amazing opportunity that's been happening. Listen, I don't even know how I'm doing it. I don't even know. But that's happening.
To connect with you. Jumping on some of your opportunities.
Listen. And the thing about me is I'm a hunter. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, God has given me all these opportunities, but I'm believing that He's giving them to me so that I can give them to other people too. Right. But if there's really like some things that I really want people to take away with, let me start off with my parents. Parents. It is so important to be an active parent in your child's life. Like I was raised seeing mothers not being mothers, and not seeing how those kids grew up and how it's so difficult and so hard for them to transition into the real world.
Absolutely.
So as a parent, I think it's so important to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people, because then that way your children could be surrounded around that as well, and they'll grow up in that kind of environment.
Right,
you know what I mean? And I think that's why this kid entrepreneurship platform, it's really like touching my heart, because there's a lot of kids out here jacked up.
Right.
There's kids out here jacked up. They're doing dumb stuff. They're doing stupid stuff. You got kids out here selling drugs, all this kind of things, and we don't know how to communicate with them. We don't know how to get them on the right track, on the right page, and that's where I'm a Business Baby really comes into play, because it's the place for those people that feel like they don't fit, for those kids that feel like they don't fit. Parents, every child has a purpose, and it as young as 3 years old, 4 years old, don't make the age stop you from giving your kids opportunity because of their age, you know. So that is probably like one of the things that I need my parents to really like parent up. Like we need to level up on our parenting, all the way, because these kids are our future, and if we don't do it, then the world is gonna do it. And what we need to rejoice in and be glad is we have the opportunity to change what society says we need to do in our homes. We have that. That's such a big blessing to me as a parent. Like, you got the opportunity to change whatever the world out there is saying they need to do. Like, you have that choice. And so if we can just learn to take advantage of it, like, we're gonna be raising some CEOs out here, some bosses out there.
A lot of that going on. Like, these kids are stepping up.
They are.
Like you said, when you had your event, like, these kids have their business plans, their packaging, they know
the ingredients.
Yes, like they are stepping up.
They
Even
are.
the young girl that was in, what's that show, Talene, that you watch? What is it?
I was thinking,
Blackish. And she is now the youngest director, producer. She has a movie coming out. I mean, these kids are really out here slaying it and coming for the heads.
And real. I'm connected with a lot of different kid entrepreneur groups out there, and you know, I'm all about diversity, so I don't want anybody to take me the wrong way, but there's this one group that I'm part of, and it was a mom who was raising a kid entrepreneur, and so what she decided to do was all of the struggles and everything that she went through, she decided to teach those of us that are now raising young moguls is what they call them, that are now raising young moguls. What's so amazing is that her daughter just got a deal with Target. She makes skin products. She's probably like 18 years old.
Wow.
And what's so amazing is there's so many young kids that are doing great things, and majority of these kids are Black.
Yes.
Majority of these kids are Black. And it had touched me in such a crazy way because I grew up in Oviedo as a minority, not seeing Black excellence, right? So being woke, getting my whole life together, but like seeing that there are other parents out there just like us that's trying to create the same thing. So all we gotta do is come together, stick together, and grow these children.
Yes. So I'm gonna wrap it up a little bit here. Just one more time. Let the people know where they can get in contact with you, how they can connect with you, so that they can jump on and get some of these great gems.
Yes. So you can connect with me on Facebook, Adina Sutton. That's Adina, last name Sutton. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Adina Did It. Right here, Adina Did It. I do have Adina Did It Studios website, and on there you can see like all of my prices, all my services as far as hair goes. I think that's it, because it's really hard for me to like juggle all the social media when I'm juggling life.
Right. Absolutely. But another thing, girl, this outfit is giving me so much life. So I'm gonna need you to get up and come back here, girl, and just show them this outfit, girl. Yes, I love it. Yes, Miss Adina. Yes. Come through. Thank you so much.